Food entrepreneurship is a real natural bent for our community here. And our next speaker, and our next business actually, has over 50 years in experience with ice cream. But this time around, there's a new generation taking root in this business. Our next presenter, Popeye Ice Cream.
Thank you. Ooh, hello, Brownsville. My name is Josh Contreras. I'm here to pitch on behalf of Popeye Ice Cream. To start our story, I'm going to have to start with my father. He's been in this industry for almost 50 years. And in 50 years, he's perfected his recipes. He started off in Matamoros, Mexico in the late 70s. By the 2000s, he had over 12 locations in Matamoros, just across the Rio Grande right here. But things were getting pretty tense in Matamoros. So he wanted to do something that was a little bit safer for him, safer for the family. So he opened up Popeye Ice Cream here in Brownsville, Texas in 2009. Things were going great until 2020 and the pandemic. And then things started to go downwards, unfortunately, including his health. So it was necessary for me to step in a little bit. And so my wife and I, we left our very, very successful engineering positions in Boeing in Seattle, Washington, and upgraded to Brownsville, Texas, to take over Popeye Ice Cream. As soon as I got here, I did rebrand it to Popeye Ice Cream, and that is actually homage to my pop and I, so now it's a generational company. It's since 2023. So we have a new goal, and that goal is to lead the way in offering top-quality frozen desserts, recognized for our unwavering dedication to quality, eco-friendliness, and meeting customer needs. By constantly pushing the boundaries of innovation and actively involving our community, we strive to revolutionize the ice cream scene, which we are going to do once we get past our next roadblock, which is the price. These premium products are not budget-friendly. Unfortunately, with the increase in the ingredient costs, it has been reflecting on the cost per unit that we get to sell to the customer. We're trying to sell it to as many people as possible from all budgets, but the economy is not allowing us to do it unless we do something to intervene. And with my background in engineering, my solution is to tackle the production costs. By reaching maximum production efficiency, it will counter the inflation costs for ingredients and labor wages. So I do have a concept, I have a design that is in the early stages of the patent process, and unfortunately I can't share today, but I'd be happy to share it in the future with an NDA. But what it's doing is it's taking the more laborious aspects of this process and making it a lot easier for anyone to be able to produce. And we have a lot of things to produce. So we have over 70 flavors of ice creams, gelatos, sorbets, popsicle paletas, and if it wasn't obvious enough, I'm responsible for tasting every single one of them. We got gluten-free options, we have vegan options, we have sugar-free and no sugar added options, and all our products are eco-friendly. We're using eco-friendly machinery, and we're proud Go Texan. So for our market, our TAM is $11.3 billion. The market has been growing by about 2% every year for the last couple of years and is projected to continue to grow by 2% for the foreseeable future. Our SAM, which is within Texas, is about $708 million, so something we're hoping to be able to dip our hands in the next year. And our SOM that's here in South Texas, that's up for grabs, is about $25 million. So we have really great competition in this segment. We have national and local competition that is really, really great. We have a lot of respect for them. But where we're able to separate ourselves from them is the fact that we can maximize our manufacturing for the handcrafted and the homemade ice cream and paletas, not an industrially made ice cream and paletas. And the most important part is that we're going to keep our home base here in Brownsville. Our headquarters will remain in Brownsville, not just a franchise out of Brownsville. So how do we make money? 95% of it is our business to consumer. We have a brick and mortar that accommodates dine-in, drive-through, online sales, and we do have the ability to do catering with our popsicle carts that I just recently designed. We do plan on increasing this in the future, but right now we have 5% allocated to business. We have some really special collaborations that we work with other industries within Brownsville to make up the other 5%. So for 2027, these financials reflect the solution that I just presented right now. For 2024, we're looking at $375,000, that's very conservative numbers with a conservative 30% profit margin. Between 2025 and 2027, we do plan on incorporating this solution that I just presented that will increase our efficiency so that from our one location, we can actually support 3 additional locations and get our foot in the door for retail distribution. That is our plan for the next couple of years. And then by that point, we're going to outgrow our current capacity from our one location. So we will be needing to open up a manufacturing facility, as what's demonstrated here with the timeline, and that's 2027. And then we'll be able to scale up the way that we make it from what we were able to figure out with this one location in 2027 to be able to have output to support franchises across Texas. So with the hopeful seed allocation that I get from today, we're going to be securing a little bit more funds. The budget I have is about $60,000 to complete this project. That includes prototype and final product and the certification needed for it. We're going to use 30% of that to recover on the patents, which is very pricey, and 15% of the R&D, that's for the actual physical mock-ups that we need to do. I am trying to make it so that someone in a wheelchair can produce these things. And then 5% buffer, if anything got underestimated, the buffer will allow us to stay within budget. So for our team, the founders are now my advisors. It's my father and my sister who had started this back in 2009. It's myself, my kid, and my wife, the VP of operations. My kid is the future CEO. And I couldn't be up here tonight if it wasn't for the Brownsville Chamber of Commerce, UTRGV, BCIC, my local collaborators, and all Brownsville. Without my customers, I couldn't be here trying to make it as cheap as possible to make even more customers enjoy these products. So it's very obvious that we're Team Brownsville, and I'm happy to say that Brownsville is Team Popeye Ice Cream. Thank you.
So I want to go first because I am very nostalgic to that building. The Maverick Market used to be a superstore where your location is at right now. Mm-hmm. I'm curious to ask about the locations in Matamoros. Are you still producing in Matamoros, or?
I've taken over Brownsville, which was separated from Matamoros. They were actually two different. So what I've taken off my father's plate for here in Brownsville so that he can focus only on Matamoros. So that's not affiliated to us here. But the recipes are the same, but it's something that we're not making it and sending it to Matamoros. That's being done by my father still.
Got it. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Great presentation.
Thank
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Love the story. Love the nostalgic part of your father. Starting the business since 1978. But brings me to this question: does your company possess any intellectual property, like domain names? Have you copyrighted or trade secrets or patents, copyrights? Yes. Any of that? What do you have?
Well, we have the trade secrets. Our recipes are trade secrets. Our domain we blocked in, and all of it's in the early stages. I didn't have a lot of experience in this, and if it wasn't for this program that I was participating in, or I can present to everybody, I wouldn't even know how to start. So I'm in the early stages for all of that, but I've gotten the process going for making sure that our recipes are protected. The patent for the design is already underway, and our domain we've locked into ourselves. Thank you.
Thank you.
So I'm highly addicted to ice cream, highly dependent on it. So I would love to try it. Samples. They're asking me to ask for samples. It's not me. They're asking me. Yes.
Yeah. Well, if you are interested in what I'm having to say, if you can meet me upstairs, I have samples for y'all.
I'll be there right.
All right.
So talk to us about the target market. Mm-hmm. Clearly the ice cream space is pretty crowded, and everybody wants to just bring the best ice cream to, to customers. What is your target market? You talked about prices going up, inflation making it really hard. It looks like you have a solution to bring that down.
Yes.
But who are you trying to tackle?
Really, it's the younger generation. So what's been pretty fun about taking over something that had been around for a couple of years is that these folks that are now coming to us are like, hey, I used to come here as a kid. So my goal is to continue that now going to the next generation, locking in the interest from their children so they can come to us, and then their children can come to us. So I'm targeting the younger market. And the design that we've gone to is supposed to be something fun. The name is supposed to be something fun. Our initials are PI, something that is very much reviewed at the school level. And we're trying to make it as fun as possible for the younger market.
Josh, we need more of you. You went to Seattle, you got educated, and came back to Brownsville, and I think that's the purpose of places like this, right? To provide the support for stories like the one that you've shared with us.
Thank you.
Help me understand, because I got a little confused as you were sharing your plans. It seems to me like you're looking to create a very unique piece of machinery that will help achieve your goal of decreasing those expenses.
Yes.
At the same time, you are looking to expand your business and go from 1 to 4 and more locations.
That's correct.
What is it that you're focused on, and how do we, what if you were to be the winner for this competition, how are you going to use that funding?
Well, the priority is making sure that this design goes through. I don't want to scale up until we've reached our maximum efficiency. We have still a very laborious process today with the way that we make things, and I think it would be problematic to expand now when it's already laborious and all we're really doing is scaling up the amount of labor needed to be able to accommodate multiple locations. So the priority right now is making sure we get it as efficient as possible, and at that point we scale it up so that we can offer it to as many people as possible and counter the increase in our ingredient costs. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Josh.
Thank you.